Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been cooking for about 26 minutes now, and I can honestly say I have a massive array of food. I've been slamming down basically all the meat that I got. I blew through the big game meat like immediately, and now I'm making just prime beef essentially. I think I also blew through all my venison as well. So, as far as the raw meat department goes, we're running low. We're running real low. And actually, one of these beefs here should be the last beef. And actually, all I can make is minty things now because I've used all my oregano and all of my thyme. I still have more mint when I'm done with this. We'll say that. Maybe we'll make some pork or mutton with the mint, the remainder of the mint. That may be a good idea. Hello, and welcome back. By the way. Today, we're going to be reading some of these notes in my satchel. I feel like the ambiance right now is really nice and relaxing. And we can do with catching up on things. Oh, hey, I'm done. What else do I have? Plain mutton. Yeah, look at that. Out. 13 of them? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get some minty mutton going on. Ugh, big stretches, big stretches. I'm gonna have to sit up in my chair when I do these readings too. That way I can use the whole breadth of my voice. I have a feeling we're going to blow through these documents really quick. And at which point, when that happens, we'll go down to Fort Riggs and we'll check for more rats. And if not, then we will head eastward and do some quests. I'm actually getting a little peckish in real life after cooking all this stuff I made between episodes, even though I just started this. I may go down and make myself a little sandwich. Oh yeah, and also check this out. I realized I can zoom in while in this mode. That way if you really want to check out my bling, you could. Yeah, like, let's get on this side. Like, that's not bad. The character looks good. Oh, I'm getting tired of pressing these buttons. It'll be good to read things. Gotta be running low on meat. Oops, I'm holding the wrong button. I was holding X. X is for stove. Yeah, now you guys get to see the riveting content that I've been watching for the last 20 some odd minutes. Also, I'm glad the rain dried up. It's almost been one full in-game day too, as far as the time progression goes. So like, I think a full day is 40 minutes. I feel like it's becoming nighttime. Oh, I think my horse is telling me it is. I'm done. Release me from this mortal coil. Wow, look at this. Oh my fucking god. First things first, discard all. Anything else? Yeah, that's good. Holy shit. 9, 7. Look at all this fucking food. We're set. We're fucking set. Alright, first things first. We wouldn't need to look at anything in here. Not quite. Anything in here? No, this is just valuables. Yeah, I think we just start here. Should we start with the newspapers? Oh boy. 12 newspapers. Oh, and there's a fold. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Horse cure pain resulting from cramp, calf hock, sore tendons. Okay, yeah. Horse salve. The sad story of Otis Miller Jr. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Read. Funeral, blah, blah. Oh, how do I do? Oh, next article. Here we go. Leader of Guarma assassinated. Ooh, that was us. Alberto Fusar dead. Beloved leader cut down. Leader of Guarma assassinated. Yeah. Great sorrow. Wait, is this the guy that we helped? The horrifying assassination of the governor of the island of Guarma has caused the most intense excitement on many of the islands of the Spanish West Indies. Reports conflict as to the details of his demise, though early assumptions are that it was part of an attempted coup. Oh my god. Business leaders in the U.S. speak warmly of Mr. Fusar and a kindly and effective leader who brought peace and prosperity to the region. I don't think so, because I think he helped with Cornwall's aid, helped enslave the people of Guarma and stuff, so I guess their revolt is going great. Supported workers' rights and took a particular interest in a lot of women, in the lot of women on the island. Doesn't seem right. American business have done a great deal of trade with him in sugar, and saw him as a progressive leader and humanitarian. It is initially believed that the murder was led by a revolt of the plantation workers who processed the sugar. Well, yeah, no shit. Yeah, this is what we got involved with. However, reports have begun to reach the mainland that several white men were involved with the assassination, and some are blaming a band of socialist insurrectionists who believe to have been causing discontent across the region. Ugh. These dismissed by some locals who say tensions have grown in recent years as working conditions deteriorated as American importers insist on lower prices of sugar. Damn, even we got put in the newspaper for this. Oh no. Alright, what's this one? Saint Denis robbers still on the run. Money could be buried. Dead still unclaimed. Sheriff searching for Boodle. The funeral flowers have wilted, the widows long since forgotten, but none will forget the audacious robbery of the Lemoyne National Bank a few weeks back. It only ended the lives of those who shot injustice. Okay, so this is. Wait, what? Oh no, yeah. This was us. This was us. The Lemoyne National Bank a few weeks ago. It has not only ended the lives of those shot defending justice, it ruined many lives of those who saved their money for months and years, only to have it taken by a murderous band of thieves. The Vander Lynn gang woke that bloody morning thinking they were to have an easy target of the bank until they were surprised by Pinkerton agents who put up a good fight, killing two members of the gang. Oh no, yeah, so this is 19-year-old Lenny Summers and Hosea Matthews, believed to be approximately 55, were both killed, but the bodies were never found in the cleanup. Yeah, because we fucking retrieved them and buried them like decent human beings. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Which took a number of days. Mr. Matthews was a wanted man in at least 6 different states. A further gang member was arrested and awaits trial. That was John Marston. The rest of the gang escaped and remains at large. Some think they may have fled the country. Read that one. Stagecoach missing. Due in Annesburg days ago. A stagecoach and 5 passengers are missing, and friends and families of those journeying on it are fearing the worst. Each day, I was reaching for water. Etta Buckley expected word that her daughter Meredith had arrived from Saint Denis, yet when she asked the stagecoach, at the stagecoach stop, God, that was kind of confusing for me, no word had arrived. Multiple coaches came and departed after the scheduled terminus, and none had word of it, nor had seen or heard anything about a missing vehicle. It seems as if the coach has just simply vanished into thin air. It was carrying a man, 2 women, including Buckley's daughter, and a 5-year-old boy. If indeed her daughter is dead, it would be a terrible blow to Mrs. Buckley, who has sought treatment from the doctor for hysteria, and is holding court in her parlor under sedation of pharmacist's tonic. Oh my god. Scandalous. Cornwall Army contract. Delicious. Supplies to ship by rail. Exclusive date savings will save costs. Am I reading this whole thing? No, this is just a bloat piece for Cornwall. I'm skipping that. Fuck that. Accident. A habit at the mine. Workers call for higher pay. Owner says mine is unprofitable. It appears from dispatch workers of coal mine in the town of Ansburg are asking for 20 cents on the ton over the cost of mining it. Workers say decent wages should be paid to the men who toil in the mine and mine the coal. Controversial mine owner Archibald Jameson has long argued that the mine is easily worked as there are immense stores of clear coal at very shallow depths. He says based on national market conditions that he and other mine owners in the country have made almost nothing in profit for 4 years in spite of substantial outlays. Jesus. The common gripe the workers have is that conditions in the Ansburg mine are exceedingly dangerous. Yes, they are. And Jameson is a carpetbagger who moved to the area and has long been exploiting the land and the people. That's true as well. Jameson has stated repeatedly that he is one of the largest, most generous employers in the area and that workers' organizations have always been responsible for their own safety measures. Damn, hard. How many are there? All right, there's not that many. Oh, that was something about Jeremy Gill. Cornwall Army contract. I think I read that. Ansburg mine incident. Warnings of Roanoke Ridge. Travelers said to disappear, especially women and children. Reclusive cave dwellers suspected. That's kind of us now that we took over Beaver Hollow. That was the Mudfree group crew's main hideout. Travelers in the wild country of Ansburg are nervous. Recently, some have been warned to avoid the area entirely. Authorities are still seeking information in the disappearance of Angus Henshaw and her 2 sons last month. Their wagon was found looted and there was evidence of a struggle. Rumors persist that Roanoke Ridge has been taken over by criminals who live in caves like primitive peoples, only emerging to rob and kidnap travelers. I mean, that is true. That's exactly what the Mudfree crew does. Those that have escaped the clutches say they have seen evidence and examples of cannibalism, and that the Mudfree brood, as they are called, are said to subside on huckleberries and the flesh of young women and children. Holy shit. I believe it. Others say that these are fantasies and fairy tales of people who often consume with pulp novels, and that criminal elements in the area are like any other ne'er-do-wells. Oh, I like that. Ne'er-do-wells. Regardless, locals will not travel to the cave regions any longer, and commerce has suffered as a result. I mean, I agree with all of this, of what it's saying, other than like the ne'er-do-well part, but yeah, it's definitely Mudfree. They're definitely cannibals, and they're definitely cocksuckers. Next article, please. Sad story of Otis Miller Jr. Oh yeah, I want to read this. Son of famous outlaw finally set free. Oh, it's Otis Miller Jr. Okay. Around many a family piano and campfire, they sing the famous song. Otis Miller was a lad that killed many a man. He robbed the Lanahatchee train, but that cowardly killer that shot Mr. Miller has laid old Otis in his grave. Otis Jr., or Miller Jr., was only 6 years old at the time when his outlaw father was killed by fellow outlaw. He then grew up to find himself arrested last year for holdup and dynamiting of the Pacific Union train. Holy crap. At the time of his arrest, he was working on a cigar stand in the corridors of the courthouse where he would be tried. After a train carriage was dynamited, a suspect wrote a full confession implicating Mr. Miller Jr. As the leader of the gang, really. Firmly believing that the officials would no doubt assume that the son had taken after his father. However, after several months in prison, It was found that the confession was fabricated and that Mr. Miller was set free. The elder Miller was once the most famous bandit in the world, having in 1866 performed the first holdup and robbery of a train. Whoa. Okay. My cows strayed from my home 2 weeks ago. 3 cows. Okay, yeah. Information as to whereabouts will be graciously received. Lenningham. New railroad completed the grand project, our manifest destiny. Oh my god, the final ties were laid and the spikes driven through to complete the Central Union rail lines stretching through New Hanover. I think we helped with that completion. That was the one where it was like, we helped the foreman at the railroad build his track. He had like a union forming, someone skimming profits, and then some people that bought land that we had to muscle off muscle out of the area. Anyways, where was I at? Passengers will be able to bypass the Grizzlies roads and Scarlet Meadows, drastically reducing travel time. Now with a direct line connecting Cornwall, Kerosene and Tar, and Saint Denis, freight and commuters will flow fast and freely. The project came with complications, including a controversy over missing workers' wages, the skimming, and a land dispute. Yeah, that's literally what I said. Representatives from the towns such as Van Horn Trading Post and Ansburg say that the new line will result in a decline of their towns. I mean, both are true. Civic planners hail the railroad as a new dawning of day in American progress and history, and it should have continued that way too, in my opinion. The Art of Angling by Jeremy Gill. Long-nosed gar. One recent evening, while lining the larder with a impressive catch of long-nosed gar I caught in Lemoyne, I noted that my bounty had astonished the neighbor, and indeed his wife, who looked on with envy and a sense of remorse at what could have been. Her dullard husband is subjected to smashing rocks at a quarry for some other life of remorseless toil in a factory or office, while I, the man she insanely rejected, am an international celebrity and world lending expert in his field. For most intelligent women, fishing is indeed the greatest aphrodisiac. While fishing in South America, entire villages were known to throw themselves at me, man, woman, and beast, which, believe me, could create remarkable confusions and contortions. I have traveled there to catch gar, a fantastic creature that responds well to lures and likes overcast conditions. Try your luck. You might catch a wife. Thank you, Jeremy Gill. Did I say that right? Contortions? Oh, I guess, yeah, okay. Wow, that got really seductive there at the end. I didn't expect that. That's a good little paper. Let's look at some of the artwork and shit. Oh my god, that's the shootout. That's the shootout. Anything else in here? What's this? Okay. Let's flip the mug. Stagecoach missing. I like looking at like all the things. Oh my god, Dr. Sartre's nursing corset. Comfortable, attractive, and modded after the best known French shapes. Folded down bust piece claps with patented fasteners. Double front, yeah, okay. I mean, it's whalebone, baby. Damn, what a paper. Alright. Previous paper. Let's go. Shoot out of the trolley station. Oh, yeah. Flip it. The Indian in trouble. That may be something. Oh, yeah. Wapiti quarrel with U.S. agents. Okay. Bombardment of the stars. Oh, okay. Mayor's gala was grand. Yeah, let's read this. Oh, looks like there's another Jeremy Gill. The Art of Angling by Jeremy. Oh my god, I'm excited to read that one. All right, let's get into it. Shoot out of trolley stations. This is us. Thieves, in the midst of robbing the Saint Denis trolley station, were surprised by local police, and vicious gun battle ensued across large tracts of the city. Shots rang out for a considerable period, and residents fled the area. Their options limited by the bravery of our police officers, the robbers managed to hijack a trolley and head onto the streets of Saint Denis, striking fear into streetgoers and shattering windows and personal property as they exchanged gunfire with the law. The trolley eventually crashed into the crashed in a grand spectacle, but the culprits shot their way through the garrison, law enforcement, and fled on a police wagon. Yep, we did. The honor that was unleashed stretched throughout the horror that was unleashed stretched out throughout the city, with citizens aghast at the trail of destruction and worrying for the health and safety of those families. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. A special meeting of the town council has been called, and officials will seek to a remedy to what is being called a wave of crime in what is normally a relatively peaceful city. The new fashionable gaiety, garden parties, and readings of Evelyn Miller. Oh my god, Evelyn Miller? Isn't that the fucking Coke lady in the Saint Denis tavern? American high society thrives on spectacle, and there is no bigger trend in the dinner, dances, musicals, and garden parties attended by the elites of the era than the writings of Evelyn Miller. Oh no, this is a different person. His musings on nature, simplicity, and the rights of savages are all the topic of conversation over a luncheon or mild tea. His ideas to what? His ideas seem to penetrate the aristocracy cranium, the aristocratic cranium, Jesus, in such a way that readers can speak of little else. In some circles, they seem to prefer that the thoughts of Mr. Miller became social law. Indeed, Mr. Miller spends plenty of his time in the social strata where he is a topic of conversation. He is often seen at a garden party and was present at the famed mayor's ball in Saint Denis this year. Yeah, I think we were there too. Oh yeah, that's where we saw him. Okay, I remember him now. While visiting the region on a sabbatical from his teaching job in New Haven, Connecticut. While it is surely delightful, while it is surely a delightful social life discussing philosophy, while watching regattas in a mansion with fashionable people, it is this newspaper's opinion that the heart of Mr. Miller's writings is a basic disdain for, quote, others, end quote, who due to social position have not achieved his level of enlightenment. He is like others of his kind. One second. Swallowed some spit there. That hurt. Okay. Where was I? He, like others of his kind, is a dandy and a fraud, masquerading as a man of nature and arts. Oh my god, what an accusation. We, as a people, can do better than to worship this false idol. Holy fuck. That's a pretty hard stance. The Indian trouble. Wapiti quarrel with U.S. agents. Indian discontent has taken many forms, and many say it is poised to boil over once more. The ungrateful Indian can wax poetic. What? Can wax poetic about the time when all the land was his, and grumble about his limited quarters confined to reservations all he wants. But the facts are facts. The United States of America has been particularly generous to the red man, and yet they repeatedly claim mistreatment. I mean, because we are mistreating them, you fucking dullard. However, there is nothing preventing any citizen of the United States from leaving. And so too could the red man consider leaving for Europe or Canada, or more likely Mexico, which does not impose tax or laws on times of season in which one can hunt game. Currently, most full-bodied Indians, full most full-blooded Indians are quite content to accept the very generous allowance given by the US government, yet there are still some tribes who prefer conflict as their warring nature cannot leave their system. Jesus. Oh, take for instance in the region the Wapiti Reservation and the Grizzlies, where the tensions with the Army regiment stationed at nearby Fort Wallace are growing, and some fear that an all out return to the bloody days of the Indian Wars. Colonel Henry Favors, officer in command of the local regiment, has sent a dispatch to Washington warning of a possible return to armed hostilities as the Indians have failed to abide by treaties that were signed in good faith. I mean, I think we went back on a lot of our treaties too there, Champer Damper. Indians claim that the army is withholding supplies and medicine that sickness and that sickness is rife, all of which are falsehoods meant to further hostilities. We will stay with the story as events unfold. Guarma Island sugar boom. Fusar called friend of the U.S. Cuban importers on the rise. Rail baron and industry titan Levitus Cornwall stood next to the ship unloading Cuban sugar from the island of Guarma and hailed as a new era of cooperation between the two countries. Yeah, okay. This is our little tidbit that there's a little fucking thing going on there. After making two trips to the region, after making two trips on the region to tour sugar plantations and signing an exclusive purchase to order the governor of Garma, purchase to, Jesus Christ. Let me start that over. Let me just start that whole sentence over. After making two trips to the region to tour sugar plantations and signing an exclusive purchase order with the governor of Guarma, imports are on the rise. Cornwall has called local governor Alberto Fusar a great friend of America. However, the boom is undercutting the U.S. sugar industry and resulting in the loss of American jobs. Detractors call Fusar a controversial figure who is flamboyant at times and cruel at others, and has Guarma under a quasi-military rule. Yep, that's our tidbit that Guarma is upset. His security force is repeatedly feared across the island, with plantation workers often working 14-hour shifts to keep up. I mean, I believe it. Gang hideout discovered at Clemens Point. Oh no! Believed to be Vanderlyn gang was deserted only days before. We did get out of there lickety split. Law agents and others on the trail of the Vanderlyn gang say that they have discovered the remains of a camp that no doubt served as their base of operation as the young gang robbed, terrorized, and killed citizens across Scarlet Meadows area recently. The rather large area was well organized, and based on the footprint of the operation, it appears that more people are involved in the thieving organization than officials pursuing the young gang originally thought. The Vanderlyn gang is wanted for a string of robberies and murders, and most notably the Blackwater boat heist, where close to 150,000 was stolen. That's so much money. That is so much money. Ranchers in the area report missing livestock, and one man, Thaddeus Rivington, reported to police that his teenage daughter had disappeared and joined the gang. What? Thaddeus Rivington? Is that true? Which he says serves as the only explanation as to why she wouldn't want to finish the process of discernment and joining a local covenant. I think she ran away on her own. Thaddeus Rivington. I don't remember that person. Mayor's Gala was grand. Wealthy attended annual soiree. The annual High Society Gala, thrown by Saint-Denis Mayor Henry Lemieux at his mansion this year, went late into the night with champagne flowing. A string quartet serenaded guests and fireworks filled the night sky. The eclectic rooster of high-profile guests included the industrialist Archibald Jameson, war hero Major Hobart Crawley, the banker Gilbert Knightley, and proprietor of the Saint Denis Times Tribune Hector Fellows. Also, somewhat controversially in attendance was Angelo Bronte, a generous benefactor of the city of Saint Denis, but also believed to have ties to unsavory business interests. I bet he didn't like that. Bombardment of the stars, magnificent shower of meteors. There was a great disappointment felt last year when when the predicted meteor shower did not appear. Astronomers, astronomers, the astronomers the world over wondered if the shower had been given up as a lost or merely delayed a year. However, amateur astronomers, Jesus, that's a tongue tie, have been sending in dispatches regarding sightings of meteor showers near Roanoke Ridge in the New Hanover after a large meteor hit there. These space particles intersect with the Earth, combusting into brilliant showers of light, and are thought to be residual debris from the system that produced the massive meteor that recently fell and created a sizable crater in the area. Some have flocked to the crater, claiming that the space debris has healing powers, while others claim this to be substantiated only by ludicrous conjecture. So this is up in the north near where what was it, Dover Hill is, where the professor's building is. There's a meteor that went through a house, killed a whole family, and then the meteor site's just like a little bit northwest of that. North by northwest, really. More north than anything else. Next one. Okay, so this one is African Americans in Chicago are holding an anti-lynching service. I'm not going to be saying a lot of these words. In fact, I shouldn't have said a lot of the stuff in the other one, in the with BT reservation one. Protest against lynching of popular reverend in Georgia. The body of Reverend Benson Floyd, the man who was implicated in the Chandler murder, was found hanging from a branch of a persimmon tree. Ew, persimmons are disgusting. In a small hamlet of Georgia. Despite many protests of his innocence by the employer and white members of the community, a mob convicted him by a roadside here and strung him up to hang after mutilating the body. Holy fuck, that's horrific. Floyd had been implicated by another African American, Otto Luther, who was hanged in the Chandler murder and in the final confession said it was the preacher who had paid him to murder Chandler. Oh my god. Many believe this story to be a falsehood, as Luther resented Reverend Floyd's chastising him for sinful ways. In response to the lynchings, many of 30,000 African American residents of Chicago are arranging a series of protests to be held in churches. Community leaders have called to a calm and civilized discussions. Oh my lord. A battle of blood. Veterans remember Fort Bernard. Brennard. Yeah, Brennard. It was a gorgeous fort, by all accounts, sat in the Roanoke Ridge, southwest of Van Horn, predating the war that was to destroy it. A Union garrison was long stationed there, and it had been since the region was the frontier, watching over, A Union garrison was long stationed there, as it had been since the region was the frontier, as it had since the region was a frontier. There we go. Watching over the usually calm and tranquil river passage nearby. However, one quiet night during the war, this calm was shattered and the fort would be no more. Confederate soldiers climbed nearby trees and fired down into the fortress. They then battered and broke through the north gate, outnumbering the forces stationed there. Events descended into a massacre, and the details of which are still contested. A memorial is planted for the site. Where is the memorial? Oh, planned for the site. I don't think there is a memorial. That's that fort that one of our bounties were holed up in, like at the beginning of the game. New railroad completed. Final ties were laid and spikes through the completed Grand Central unit stretching. Wait. Yeah, we've already read that. All right. Mayor's assistant thought dead. Oh no, missing for some time. Mayor Lemieux of Saint Denis announced his assistant Jean-Marc Mercier? Mer Mercier, I think, has been missing for several weeks and must now be presumed dead. Mr. Mercier worked with the mayor to defeat organized crime and shared his criticisms of the new industrialist class. Mercier was heading up the mayor's program of cultural enrichment and democratization. Yeah, okay, I said that right. Involving the art collection at the Saint Denis Gallery, which is beginning to gain national recognition following the endorsement from Professor Oh my God, Shiftacre. Oh my God, of Yale University. He was also worked to secure a huge endowment from the newspaper owner Hector Fellows for construction of a library. The mayor has vowed to press on with the cultural programs in his honor. I mean, it's funny because we muscled most of those people into what they had to do. The Art of Angling by Jeremy Gill. Oh boy, here we go. Largemouth bass. Let's see how sexual this gets. My well-appointed study contains a plethora of mounted trophies, most notable among them countless magnificent examples of largemouth bass. These feisty creatures are like trained acrobats and make any keen angler's best friend and worst foe. They flash and fin and jump and leap towards the heavens, all while the excited angler shouts with joy. Once a very rich woman, upon visiting my trophy room, became overwhelmed with the vapors, and matters got rather indiscreet. But that is not a subject a gentleman ever discusses in the pages of a newspaper. Indigenous to open, flowing water, bass are finicky, preferring rain to sunshine and crawfish to lures. Once they strike, fight with all you can and do not let go. Happy fighting. It'll be well worth it when you win the battle. I really like these. I really like Jeremy Gill. He's a fucking pimp. Oh my God. Pied Piper brand pest and critter bait. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. What else is there on here? Garden parties. Stops diseases and eruptions of the skin. What? Works in for soft or hard waters. Okay. It's Flipper. Oh yeah, there's the shootout. That's Dutch. That's me. Holy shit, I think that's me right there in that fucking silhouette. Oh my God. Falcon Claw Tobacco. I'd buy it. What is it? Are you depressed? Oh my God. Our job is printing. Our job printing is excellent. Is excelled? Oh my God, I don't even know what I'm reading. Damn, that's another newspaper down. Should we let's look at how many we've done. Let's look at, oh God. Satchel. Newspapers. So we've done 2 papers. How many papers are there? There are so many papers. I don't think we should be reading papers. So let's back it out one. Should we do letters, books, cigars? Let's do books. Let's check these books out first. Oh my God, we're gonna have to have more campfire stories than this, because this is gonna be insane how much we have to fucking do. Letter from Penelope, letter from Glenn and Eddie to Mama. Oh, that's the, ugh, that was a bad one. List of accounts, letter from Charlotte, mining company letter to Cornwall. Are these in order in which I got them? It's a lot of letters in here. Oh no, they're a little different. They're kind of in like all kind of weird orders and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna need like a whole other series for reading things. That was a cool little catch up though over what happened in the last few chapters. Let's go ahead and stop it here. It's been a full day in this game, and I think we need to go hunt for rats. So we're gonna do that next episode. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more reading of all the stuff in here, let me know, and I'll let me know in the comments, and I'll fucking start doing a whole series on the campfire stories and whatnot. But I'm gonna head out. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna make a little chicken sandwich. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Adios.